Another nice day to do something. I'm gonna go to the hayfield and try to remove some weeds. I think I'm gonna cut some of them down and then I'm gonna spray the rest. See if I can get this weed killer to work like it's supposed to. Yeah, I'm gonna cut some of them down first just so I can clean up the edges if nothing else. Yeah, let's get the truck and equipment ready. And I got a couple jugs of water there. I got that sprayer full. I put double the dose of the weed killer because I want to make sure the weeds die this time. And if I feel energetic after I get done with the weeds at the hayfield, then I'm going to cut some and then I'm going to spray some. I want to see if the spray will work. Didn't work the last two times I sprayed it. It didn't kill the weeds. It killed the grasses, didn't kill the weeds. Oh, bug, wasp around. Hey, what is going on here? Wasps are flying around my ears. Oh, and I also brought the bush mower because I thought maybe cut some grass around the pears too. Got hot in the truck. Oh, at least I got rid of the weeds both sides of the driveway. I can see better when I'm pulling out. Yeah, this helps a little bit. It just looks better too. I'm going to go cut the weeds at the hayfield first and spray a few. Whatever's easier. I'm still testing this weed killer. It's not working the way I expected it to. Looks like the buckhorn is. Look at these weeds there. I'll do this one last. Buckhorn is drying up, which means the seed heads, buckhorn seed heads are setting seed. They got real dark. At least the grass is green, so as long as I get some more rain, I might get a. I'm gonna drive in. Yeah, I gotta spray all this too. I'm gonna cut some of this down, but I'm gonna spray most of it. I hope the weed killer will work this time. And also over there on the other corner. Yeah, the buckhorn's going to seed. It doesn't look like they sprayed anything. That was like a couple weeks ago. I talked to them about it. They said they'd get to it when the weather's right. I don't know when the weather's going to be right for them. They said they have to look, because there's soybeans to the south, which is way down there, and to the west that I just looked at. And they got to make sure that the spray doesn't overspray to those soybean fields. They said it won't matter, it won't hurt the corn on the left across the road or there on the east. Somebody came through here. Huh. Yeah. I'm gonna see what I can do here. Yeah, I want to cut some weeds along the edge and in the back between the corn and at least so I can easier to walk. maybe around this power pole too. But I need to spray those weeds to kill them, because there's an equipment here right in front, and on the right side is where the disc was go. Whether I'm going to bring it back or not, I don't know yet. But I'm going to spray today. Spray and cut. That's what I'm doing today. Or cut and spray. I'm going to cut some first and then spray some. Even if FS still sprays these fields to kill the buckhorn, they already went to seed. Yeah, they already went to seed. They're dark. The tops are dark now, which means wherever the dark is, that's where the heaviest buckhorn is. And here's what it looks like when it's dry. There's seeds in there somewhere. Yeah, it's going to seed. So there'll be more next year. But if they spray, see those leaves there? Like I said, they don't make any, like that one there. Whatever the leaves they have, they won't make any. They won't make hay. It just takes up space and sucks out nutrients from the ground. Anyway, I'm not here for that. I put my order in to have this field sprayed, but no, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I think I'd remember if I drove through here recently. Where does it go? I don't think I came in here. I don't remember coming in here. I could have though. Maybe I did. It looks like it's a fresh lay down. Yeah, that was probably me. Yeah. There's some grass here. It'll make a little bit of hay, this grass, but not much. It seems like it's thicker on this end. They're a little taller. But it doesn't matter. I'm not working on that. I'm working on that. Starting on this corner first, see what I can do with the weed cutter, and then I'll spray it. Wind's from the east, so I'll be spraying mostly from that side, and from this side going that way. Hard to tell. I don't know which way the wind's blowing from. Somewhere over there, but I'm not ready to spray yet. What I'm going to cut it with. Oh, I might try the. That's one I like best, but that one works too if I cut it. Area to swing it without nothing in the way. But I'm going to try the other thing first. See what I can do with this first. What's going on here? What are these? Look, I think they're. I always call them sweat bees. It's the time of year when they fly around. They're all over my arms and face. We called them sweat bees when I was a kid, and I still do. There's another one. They're all over the place. And I gotta get to work. You know, I don't really feel like cutting anything. I just want to kill them with weed killer. But I'm going to try to cut a few here, just to see how the thing cuts. Now, it cuts, but I can't cut them down too low. I can't cut them when the stems are too big. They're hard to cut, like that one over there. That's a thick stem, took a while to cut through it. I'm going to try a different cutter. Try the machete now, cut a few. I call it a bolo, that's what they call it in the Philippines. Bolo, machete, corn knife, That's what we used to use them for when I was a kid. Cut corn. Cut the corn stalks like that. I got something to check out over there. I planted some grass along that last year. After my brother moved all his bales, or moved the bales that I had on this side of and he got them in there last fall. So I dished up the area that were my bales were stored there, and I cleaned it up. Sowed some grass, different kinds. Anyway, I'm working on these weeds. Got a side cutter, cuts on both sides, and I swing it back and forth along the ground. I like that one the best so far. I just have to swing it side by side, from side to side. Works pretty good. Well, so far I like that one the best, that side cutter, one laying on the ground. Yeah, I like that better because it cuts side by side. All I gotta do is swing it from side to side, like this, back and forth, back and forth. And well, sometimes I have to make some effort, but I can usually swing it with one hand. Now I'm going to use that big one. I need two hands for that one. Oh, here's the edge of the implement. There's a big tire, and it goes over to here. So I'm going to cut it out a little bit this way. And everything behind it. From here over, I'm going to remove all the weeds with that big blade. Just so I can see what I'm working on. I guess I ever have to pull it out. It won't be too hard. Okay, let me see what I can cut. Swinging that big blade wears me out, but I got most of it done. Just got to do the back now, and then I'll spray the rest over that way. Well, I'm done cutting this part. The disc at the house, it came from there. Looks like the wind's coming from that direction. So I'm going to spray from this direction. I'm going to spray it, even though I cut it, I'm going to spray it in case there's anything that was still growing. Also going to spray that from the corn side. I'll spray it, and then when I come out that way, I'm going to spray it along here too, closer to the edge. See what I can kill. I'm going to spray that weeds there and see which one works better. Cut them down or spraying with weed killer that don't seem to work. Look what I found. Some volunteer, I wouldn't say volunteer, some leftover alfalfa. Wish the whole field was like this, but some reason or another it died off. But this is still growing good. Yeah. And if they do spray this field for these, like that plant there, for that buckhorn, this is going to die too. The alfalfa anyway. There's some more down that way, I think. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pick it by hand, give it to the cows. Some of these are different colors. That's a light purple, the dark purple, and there's some more purple. This is usually what my second cutting would look like, this type of grass. But since this buckhorn took over, that grass disappeared. Yeah, I sure like to get the whole field in that switchgrass if I can afford the seed. Anyway, I cut the back side here because that's where I'm going to be walking when I spray. Oh, there's no wind here. Okay. Oh, it got hot all of a sudden. Whew. Without that wind, it gets hot. There's a little strip of alfalfa, a few plants. I'll go ahead and pull them because they're going to die if they do spray. And if they don't spray, I guess it won't hurt nothing now because it's already going to seed. So maybe it's a lost cause. I picked a few alfalfa plants. That make no difference in the great scheme of things, but at least I got this much. Yeah, when you're in the breeze, it feels good, especially if your shirt's full of sweat. But I'm going to head spray that. Yeah, I'm not going to cut it anymore today. I'll spray the rest of it by the entrance in the other corner. I'm done. I'm done cutting. And I probably won't get to the lawnmower cutting around pear trees, but I'll go take a look at them. I just don't feel like doing nothing else today. Besides, I'm all itchy from those weeds. Okay, I'm done on this corner. I sprayed everything. I gave that a heavy dose. I doubled the strength of the spray, weed killer in the spray too. Hopefully that'll kill everything. Drive down there. I'm not going to cut nothing there. I'm just going to spray everything in that entrance and the other corner. See if I can kill those weeds. Oh boy, it's hot today. We're out of water. Forgot to refill my water bottles from the other day. But I think I got enough to fix this. I think that was me made that track the other day. It's cool in here. I'm gonna be thankful for that. Yeah, I'll come back in about a week. It takes about a week for the weed killer to start working. Show itself. The last two times I sprayed these weeds, the grasses died, but not those weeds. So if this don't kill them, I doubled the dose, the strength. Here's a switchgrass going in the ditch. I'll probably cut that off for the cattle. I still got some in the barn there. I've never fed to the cattle yet. Yeah. There's some way out there, but it's just there is just volunteer stuff. Probably from the birds. This stuff here on the headline, though, I think I planted some of it, but some of it spread too. I think where this biggest part is was the one I spread. And every 5 acres, I made a little strip when it was still. This is many years ago, 20 years ago probably. If I'm not mistaken, it also survived the weed killer that we sprayed on it back in 2017 or 18, right? After we planted, before we planted millet. I had it sprayed to kill all the grass in the fence cube. Thinking about doing it again, then I got my seed to plant something else. I'm just going to spray all this. Leave it here. I'm just trying to cool off. When I get done with this, spraying this weeds here and the weeds at the other corner, I'll drive over to the pear orchard and see what the grass looks like there. If it needs cutting, then I got the lawnmower. I'll do that tomorrow. There's no hurry. I got nothing else to do. Well, it's not too important. Well, okay, we'll get nothing sprayed in here. Well, before I start spraying, I'm gonna look at the other side. Yeah, look at those buckhorn out there. There's some more volunteer switchgrass coming up over here. Different places. No, that's not switchgrass. This one's not switchgrass. What is that? That's some kind of a water grass. Yeah, that's not switchgrass. The stuff farther up might be, but not this. I can tell by the seed head. There's a bunch there. There's a bunch out there. Another bunch there. A couple there. A couple here. That's switchgrass, I think. Yeah, I can tell by the seed head. I think I'll leave it here. I'm more in the shade here. Yeah, the wind's sort of from here. I think they're blowing in from the northeast up there, or the east or southeast. So I can stay on the outside and let it blow toward the weeds. I'll never get going. Or run out of water. Okay, it's all sprayed. I didn't cut nothing here. I had the wind in my favor. It was blowing in from straight northeast. Yeah, like from that where that power pole is, that way. So it's easy to keep this. It was easy to keep the spray away from me. Clouds look nice. I saw some flowers that I haven't seen since I was a kid. I know they usually grow in the ditches. That's where I usually see them. That white flower, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Queen Anne's lace. The flowers are very delicate. Yeah, they look like lace. That's why they call it Queen Anne's lace. That white flower there. I remember that. I'm sure it's growing around here somewhere all the time, but I just never paid much attention to it until I seen it in the hayfield. Here's another bunch. I don't feel like it. When I leave, I'll get a closer look at it. But right now, I'm working on this. I gotta spray this corner here. Oh, I got two things to spray here. I'm gonna spray that. Let's drive it around. I gotta spray around the power pole too. And the only weed that's growing in here is the is this buckhorn. The other weeds have given up. Okay, I'm gonna spray all them weeds too. I'm just gonna get out one time. But since I'm driving this way anyway, I'll get a closer look at this. Queen Anne's lace. There it is. Yeah, it's pretty fine. That's why they call it Queen Anne's lace, because it's like a lace thing. There's one that just opened. Okay, put my head back in the window. Okay, let's go do some more spraying. Yeah, the only weed I got a problem with is this buckhorn. Because it goes to seed real quick. Leaves are short too. Facing the wrong direction, but that's okay. I'm going to spray these two patches of weeds here. One here at the pole, the other down at the corner. Okay, let's finish this. Okay, I'm done spraying. Looks like there's a big machine coming down the road. That's a big one. I'm not sure what that is. I gotta wait for him. Oh, that's the neighbor's big square baler. He's got some hay cut down there. Mostly alfalfa. On my way over here, I saw him baling on the corner. Now he's got some more hay down over here. He had it raked up already. So he ain't coming this way. He's got one of those big square balers. He's got round balers too, but I guess he's checking to see how dry it is. Basically looks like it's turning yellow. I think the buckhorn is sucking it dry. That's my guess. I don't know for sure. Anyway, I'm done here. I got one more stop to make. I'm not going to do no work. I brought the lawnmower because I thought maybe I'd cut grass over at the pear orchard on the farm, but I think maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'm all sweaty and itchy from these weeds. Nobody's coming. Let's take a quick trip. You can see what I did here. They're right. At least I can see the machine again. Yeah, the disc is over at the house. Oh, look that they sprayed that beans. Looks like they burnt it on the left there. So, looks like they put too much on it. Some of the leaves turned yellow from their spray. They killed the grass on the edge here. I'm not sure, but I think I don't think this corn is that ripe. I think some of their spray drifted over and hit this corn. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because it didn't look like they have any ears on it. Well, that's what the FS is worried about, I guess. I don't know about the right side. Further way down there on the right side in front of those white bales, my brother's got his clover from last year. His stubble clover last year. Now this year, this corner here that I'm looking at is the stubble clover. I don't think he baled it yet. Uh-oh, we got company. Oh, that's my sister and her. Either my sister or niece and maybe her grandkids. Yeah, that's my sister, younger sister, and her grandkids. They live over Well, I'm here. There's a lot to cut and to spray. I think I'll do it tomorrow though. Pear trees over there. I still don't know why that big oak trees don't. There's a big tree and a two small ones on either side of it, closer to the water. I don't know. I wrung it last year. Ringed it. What do they call that? Look at the moss on the pond. Huh. I thought he treated it for that. Anyway, I could run the lawnmower down here real quick. I don't think I want to go at all though. With the weeds along the pond dam, I think I'll spray some of them. Maybe not right on the edge, but farther back. I did before. I just want to keep those weeds under control. Some of those weeds I can't mow because of it's a bumpy ground. Yeah, the old mama tree was out here on the right side. My yellow pole. You can see the last three limbs that it produced. It produced one live limb this year, one branch after I pruned it near the main trunk, but it died later on, so it's gone. But all the other trees that grew from its roots, it's still growing. I'm gonna get the lawnmower out. At least cut something today. Whose truck is that? Wait a minute. I thought I saw that truck go by when I was out in the hayfield. That's the farmhouse I grew up in. Okay, let's get the lawnmower out first. Phone's telling me that it's overheated. It's cooling down now. Unload that. I'll start cutting here along the fence, and I might just make a circle or two around the pear tree there, the main pear tree. I don't know what they're doing. They got the tractor running for something over there with that blue truck. That's the old farmhouse where I grew up. This here was all my father's garden, here all the way to where that tree is. Are they getting a delivery? That's my youngest sister lives over there where those trees are, way over there, way down there, just before the hayfield. And her oldest daughter lives here because they got the 5 acres from about here, about the point of that pond there, to the corner. And my brother's got 5 acres. I forget where his starts. At the bottom of the pond dam, right where that yellow fence, that orange fence there, or close to that power pole. This 5 acres starts that way. His is longer, I think. Anyway, this here, and this driveway, this is where my dad's parents' house used to be. Right here. Right here. I think right there is where the old well is, and the back porch. So the house is more in this area. I know there was a big tree here, and some other trees back there, and some old trees around they had a little yard, and they had some big trees. Big trees along this side. Oh, right here is a great big tree here. I got pictures from on top of the tree. Yeah, I spent a lot of time here before my grandma died. I was about 7 or 8 years old when she passed away. I used to walk across the road every day She always had something good to eat. Cookies, cake, pie. Yeah, oh, she always kept me well fed. I was a chubby little kid. Yeah, but after she passed away, yeah. My father used the old house for storing grain and other stuff. But eventually, oh, he used most of it. The kitchen he used it for butchering hogs. That was his main purpose. Nobody lived in it anymore. But we'd always butcher hogs in it, in the kitchen area, until one year, I think I was already back from the Navy. I think I was already married. And I think I took a trip with my wife down to Florida for a week or two, and when I came back, the only thing standing was the chimney, because he was building a fire somewhere out, building a stump or something, and I guess a spark flew onto the shingles, and the shingles were wood. Pretty sure they were wood. And house burnt down. Okay, let's see if I can get this lawnmower started. Cut something. Starts. I'm not going to do it all today. I just want to make a path here and maybe a couple of rounds around the area there. And normally I drive in from that gate and back up to there, but actually I was just going to take a look today. But I decided to go ahead and cut something since I'm here. It's not so bad in here. I'll make another cut going out. There's a hill starting from there. It's real rough. It's real rough. So I'm probably going to wind up spraying most of them weeds in there and around it. I can cut some of it around there. What is that growing there? I don't remember seeing that before. What is that? There was nothing there before. Wherever I got these yellow poles, see, it's not doing too good. These big trees are sucking the life out of the ground, but I think it's dying slowly. I got it ringed. And they're growing, those two are growing back from below the cut where I shaved the bark off. Yeah. I shaved the bark up high. Yeah, I'll knock them off too sometime, but not today. And I'll spray everything down the middle. That tree I'm going to leave for now. It's a, I can't think of the name now. Mulberry. It's a mulberry. I'm going to leave that. If I don't want it here, I'll dig it up and plant it someplace else. I still don't know what that big tree is. That grew since I cut last. I cut this once already, I think. Maybe twice. I know I cut it at least once. Anyway, I'm gonna make a round around it. Maybe a few rounds since I'm here. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and spray. Let's see. I got that tree didn't make it. I transplanted that tree from behind there this past spring. It had green leaves all the last time I checked it. It was a grafted tree too, but it was buried behind there, and it was. Oh, I got some pears. All right, that's good. Yeah, I pruned all these this winter. There's some new growth though. Let's see how that turns out. They were just too tall, way too tall. They're like twice as tall as ours now. Yeah. I threw all the tops over there. Anyway, let me mow some of this. If I don't get it done, I'll finish it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna spray that. The rest of those. And some of the weeds on the edge. I won't spray all the way to the water's edge, but close to it. Yeah, I think those are volunteer from the roots of that stump there. There's a stump right behind that tree that I planted. I think it's a persimmon. Anyway, I got cut all the way around. I went all the way around. I cut some on the back on this side, beyond those trees there. I'm not going to cut it off today. I'm hot. I'm almost out of water anyway. And I'm going to start cutting the middle and work going around circles. And I'll try to save anything growing over those yellow poles. Or those are the pear trees that are growing. There's one over there too that's buried though, but it's in there by the yellow jug. I was going to make a couple rounds here. This should cut either. Everything on the edge is pretty tall, like that. Oh yeah, the wind feels good when it's blowing. Okay, let's cut a few more rounds. That's all I'm going to cut today. I'm dusty and my throat's dry. Only got a little bit of water left in the truck. I have no spit. I'm going to go back to the truck and I'll cut another thing on the way out. I'll come back tomorrow, finish it, and do some spraying too probably. I'm tired. Good to see there's a few pears on there anyway. Oh, there's my brother. I'm going to get to the truck so you don't have to come out here. Well, I'm not done here, but I'm done for today. I'm out of water. Got to go home and get some drink. Now, my brother stopped and told me that his clutch went out on one of his tractors. I guess they're going to be working on it. And he said he's down to one tractor. Yeah. Okay. And he said that field he's got out there at the corner, or just across there, past those tall weeds there along the fence, and over to the right too, past that bale feeder. That's stubble clover. He had wheat in it. The renter had wheat. They combined it off, and my brother had sowed the clover in it this spring or winter, this last winter, and now he's got clover taller than the stubble, wheat stubble. So they're going to the renter is going to cut it and bale it, and they're going to go 2/3 and 1/3. I'm guessing the renter will get 1/3 because my brother would get 1/3 because my brother planted the clover or paid for it, and so did. That's a nice view. My oldest brother planted those trees, those pine trees. Yeah, he planted those. That or my dad. Could have been my dad. But I know my brother, I think he might have planted them too. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm hot. Turn the air conditioner up a little higher. Nobody's coming. I'm gonna turn around and drive away. I want another look at the orchard. Yeah, that's the one that he said that clutch went out, or whatever that means. Yeah, I need an outhouse like that. Yeah, that's what I had till it burnt down. I think it was green though. Yeah, there's the old pear orchard. The pears that are growing there now are the ones I grafted from the mama tree. The rootstock, I found out later, after the first one on the left side here, the big oldest one. When it started to grow, I let it grow because I thought it was just going to be a replacement for the original tree that fell over, but still was growing for years. But then, the first time it made fruit was like a marble, hard as a rock, which told me that the mama tree was grafted. The rootstock is different than the top of the tree that produces the fruit. So I started grafting. Every time the root sent a shoot up, a sucker, whatever they call it, a shoot, yeah, a shoot. When it got big enough, I tried to graft it, and now I got. Yeah, my transplant didn't work though. It died over it. Eventually, it died. Anyway, I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still got 5 trees there, I think. Is it 5? Yeah, 5 trees there. And I got 2. And I transplanted 2 of them from there to my house. Not at the same time. One's older than the other to my house. Yeah. There's the clover. On the right, field on the right is the clover they're going to cut and bale. It's blooming good. Yeah. Oh, I'm tired. Not hotter than I thought. My truck temperature shows 85, but I don't know if that's right. I think it's higher. I think it's more like upper 80s. I got 1 swig of water left. My mouth is so dry. Yeah, I made a mistake. I didn't refill all my water bottles before I left this morning. Okay, that's the last drop. It takes about a gallon to fill up all those smaller bottles. Well, I checked these areas where I sprayed back there and here, and the one on the corner. In about a week, see if anything died. I'm almost out of the weed killer that I bought this year. I'll just let it ride. Yeah. Maybe I'll decent square. This was mostly alfalfa when I went by last week. Oh, now he's picking up the bales. Yeah. I'm not going to stop. He's picking up the bales. What is this? Tractor. Stacking them on a wagon. These are the big ones. Yeah, I got to take a shower. Oh, that grass was blowing back on me. Reminds me of when I used to bale hay, sprayer bales. My arms and my hair would be, the hair of my arms would be covered with dust, hay dust. And I got the same thing now, dirt, dust from the lawnmower blowing. The wind was blowing it right on me. Yeah, he baled this off. It looks like he carried the bales off already too. The field here on the corner. It was the same as the field he's working on now. It was mostly alfalfa, but he's got some grass mixed in with it too. Yeah, he's better at raising hay than I am. Probably put more money at it. Yeah, I was going to time-lapse this, but I'm too tired to push the button, or change the button. You can see the dead weeds here when the neighbor sprayed his soybeans. I need a shower. I need a drink first. I need to cool off in my air conditioning. I'm going to leave the spray and the lawnmower on the truck for tomorrow. Oh look, I got some grass clippings or something on my windshield. Dust. Hotter than I thought it was. And my hands are tired. I think that's from all that weed cutting with the big blade. I use leather gloves, but yeah, they're slick. Hard to get a good grip. Hey. Cooling off a little bit. I'll come back for the mail later. If I have any. Hot and thirsty. That's what I am. Hot, dirty, and thirsty. Yeah. Whoa. Not too far. Let's go ahead and get something to drink and clean up and cool off. PM, and I think the sun just went down. I was a little late coming up here. I guess it's time to check the mail and close the gate. Yeah, sun's down already. There's a few clouds out here. There's a couple jet trails. Backing up toward the driveway. There's a tree line back there. Yeah. There's just some thin clouds. There's a jet trail. There's just some thin clouds out here. Hey, swallow. What's going on? What time you go to sleep, ain't it? Gonna go roost somewhere. Don't know where the cattle is. I haven't seen them since I came back. I was too tired to go outside. I'll go check them out. First I gotta close this gate. I don't have to, the cattle aren't in here anymore. I got the gates closed. Oh, there's bugs are biting. This is a nice time of the day. Looks different in my phone camera than it does with my eyes. This area here, that's all yellow. It's I can see dark clouds with gaps between them. But in here, it's just a big yellow glow on the camera. And this here, this line here, looks just like some white clouds. The bottom edge of the clouds lit up by the sun from underneath. But in the camera, they look yellow. Yeah, just different. Yeah, nice sunset afterglow. Yeah, nice. My brother was saying it when I was over there at the farm. He said that there's a chance for rain tomorrow. So I hope we get some. We missed it the last time. Rain came across. It went around us. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice time of the day, except for the bugs. Last night I saw the moon. It was very late. It was very dark. So the moon is what did I say? It's the second quarter. It's approaching full moon. Yeah, put it this way. It's not full yet, but it's approaching full moon. So okay. So that means it's second quarter. Is that right? First quarter is right after the new moon. And then full moon is at the end. Full moon is at the end of the second quarter. Yeah, that's right. All right, I'm gonna go look at the cattle if I can find them. Oh, there's 4 of them. Who's missing? Looks like Mama Cow's missing. Red Bull's over there. Yeah, Mama Cow's missing. I'm sure she's down here somewhere. I just don't see her. I don't see her anywhere. She might be down bottom of that hill or just somewhere else. I just don't see her. I'm sure she's around. I just can't see her, wherever she's at. The sky's aglow with some color. I never did hose off that disc blades yet. Bugs are making a lot of noise. I think they're up there. Are those cicadas? Yeah, could be. I don't see the cow around here anywhere. I don't see her. She could be in the barn. She's done that before. She hides out in the barn. Maybe to get away from the bugs. One last look before I go back in the house. It's ready after 8 p.m. Yeah, tomorrow I've got a plan. I'm going to finish mowing the grass over by the pears at the farm. And then I'm going to do some spraying. Weed killing. The weed killer works good on the grasses, but for some reason I don't think it works. And it worked good on the iron weeds in the pasture, but for some reason it didn't work on them weeds around the equipment there at the hayfield and around the entrance. Well, I guess I better go in. Yeah, this looks a lot different in the camera than it does with my eyes. The camera is more bright. It's glowing more of a yellow color in the camera, but in thing it's more of a pinkish, like a pinkish color through there, just like it is up here, but it's also pink down at the bottom too, or white. white. It's whiter. It's whiter than the pink up there. It's lighter, a lighter pink. Anyway, that's all I got for today. It's summer and it's hot. At least during the daytime. Found the old mama cow. She's right here. She must have been down in here somewhere. I couldn't see her before. Kitten's following me. Other ones they're all following me. Mama's over there. They like this time of night too. It's not hot and they can hunt. Okay, all for today. Work to do in the garden, but I don't feel like doing it. I need to get the wheelbarrow and get that old grass clippings off that wagon and cover all this old manure up around the lemongrass. One, to conserve moisture, and the other is to prevent weeds from growing. The sun is drying this ground. There's still moisture underneath, but I haven't watered it for a while. Had a few rains on it, but that's about it. It's growing. I just remembered something. I also have to get some manure out of the barn. Put it on the newer manure. Put it in the barn there, from the barn, and load that up, and then take that over to the pear orchard and dump it off over there. Put it around some trees. Yeah. Or just pot it up so it's there when I need it. I could probably do that this fall though. There's no hurry on doing that. I do need to get the grass clippings on here though. Someday. Well, I gave the cat some more cat food. Just so they have something to eat at night. And hopefully no other animals come to eat it.